In North London, the pressure is rising, the injuries are mounting, and the stakes could not be higher. As Arsenal prepare to host Tottenham Hotspur this Sunday, both clubs arrive at the first North London derby. Of the season battered, bruised and under intense scrutiny, but for entirely different reasons. For Arsenal, this campaign has been branded a crucial season for manager Mikel Arteta, a claim made bluntly this week by former Arsenal striker Paul Dickov. Speaking in an exclusive interview, Dickov stressed that after 3 consecutive runners-up finishes and a combined 17-point shortfall behind Manchester City, the time has come for Arsenal to convert near misses into real silverware. Dickov warned that despite Arsenal's impressive football and significant squad investment, it's imperative they actually produce something this season. He added that Arteta doesn't necessarily need to win both the Premier League and Champions League, but he must go deep in one and pick up a major trophy in the process. Anything less, he suggested, would force serious questions inside the dressing room, particularly after 3 years of falling just short. Arteta, now 43, knows better than most what a title-winning side must look like. After all, he lifted 2 Premier League trophies as part of Pep Guardiola's coaching team at Manchester City. Since then, he has reshaped Arsenal with a more modern, intense and tactically fluid style one that has taken the Gunners to an FA Cup, 2 title races and a more consistent presence among Europe's best. This season, Arsenal currently sit 4 points clear of Manchester City and remain one of only 3 unbeaten teams in the Champions League. On paper, the trajectory looks strong, yet the reality is less comfortable. Injuries have struck at the worst possible moment, and the timing could not be more cruel. Because when Arsenal walk into the Emirates for the derby this weekend, they could be without 9 first-team players. Gabriel suffered a knee injury while on international duty with Brazil, and could be sidelined for up to 4 weeks, possibly longer. Jurrien Timber, after receiving treatment for another knee issue with the Netherlands, may escape serious damage, but Sunday will likely come too soon. Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz are still battling their own knee problems. Victor Gyökeres missed Sweden's World Cup qualifiers with a hamstring issue. Riccardo Calafiori has returned from Italy with a hip injury. Gabriel Martinelli continues recovering from a thigh problem, and Noni Madueke remains out with the knee issue he sustained in September. And then there is Gabriel Jesus, working his way back from ACL surgery. In the second major storyline of the week, the Brazilian striker has directly addressed rumours claiming Arsenal could entertain offers for him in January. Reports suggested he was among several players placed on a provisional transfer list alongside Ben White, Gabriel Martinelli and young Ethan Nwaneri, with the club potentially open to suitable bids. Jesus moved quickly to silence the speculation. Speaking to Globo Esporte, he insisted his future remains with Arsenal until at least 2027, the length of his current contract. Though he reiterated his dream of returning to Palmeiras someday, he firmly dismissed the possibility of leaving the Emirates early. He also revealed that mentally, he has coped surprisingly well with his injury, crediting time spent with his young family for helping him stay grounded. Arteta, however, remains cautious about Jesus' timeline. Asked about the striker's return earlier this month, he admitted, "I don't know. The club will continue assessing his progress, but he will not be available for the derby, joining a growing list of absentees." And yet, if Arsenal are dealing with an injury crisis, Tottenham are facing something even more severe. As many as 10 Spurs players could miss the derby, turning Sunday's meeting into one of the most depleted North London clashes in modern history. Lucas Bergvall remains doubtful after withdrawing from Sweden's squad with concussion symptoms. Randall Kolo Muani reportedly fractured his jaw in the 2-2 draw with Manchester United. Dominic Solanke has not played since August due to an ankle problem. James Maddison, recovering from a long-term ACL injury, is not expected back until May 2026. Dejan Kulusevski, also recovering from a knee injury, will not return until January. Radu Dragusin is still working toward fitness after his ACL issue. Archie Gray may miss out with a calf problem, while Ben Davies, Yves Bissouma and Kota Takai are also at risk of missing the trip. For Thomas Frank's Spurs already battling for rhythm following multiple key injuries, in the early months this represents a major test of depth and resilience. And for Tottenham, walking into the Emirates with so many missing pieces will demand both tactical discipline and emotional control. But Derby Day rarely follows logic. It's often the squad who manages their chaos best that prevails. For Arsenal, the derby arrives wrapped in pressure, a title challenge to maintain, a growing list of critics demanding trophies, and an injury crisis threatening their momentum. For Spurs, it's an opportunity to damage their rivals' title bid, reignite their own season, and claim bragging rights despite a heavily weakened squad. And with both teams entering the match without close to full strength, Sunday's showdown may hinge on opportunistic moments, tactical bravery, and whichever manager can extract one more ounce of belief from a depleted dressing room. What is certain is this: the Emirates will be electric. The stakes are huge, the pressure is undeniable. And despite the injuries, the questions and the uncertainty, North London derbies are never short on drama. This one promises to be no different. The Premier League returns this weekend with one of its most fiercely anticipated fixtures, the North London derby. Arsenal versus Tottenham, a rivalry steeped in emotion, history, controversy, and unforgettable moments. And once again it arrives at a pivotal moment in the season. Arsenal enter the contest sitting 4 points clear at the top of the table, unbeaten in their last 14 matches. Mikel Arteta's side have been confident, disciplined, and ruthless. But derbies rarely follow the script, and this edition comes with a unique twist. It will be Thomas Frank's first competitive North London derby as Tottenham manager. The two clubs met in pre-season, where Spurs claimed a victory that raised eyebrows. But Sunday's clash at the Emirates is an entirely different environment, with completely different stakes. As strong as Arsenal have been, Arteta's biggest challenge heading into the derby isn't tactical, it's physical. The international break brought with it a series of unwanted complications, with both Gabriel Magalhaes and Riccardo Calafiori returning early from national team duty due to injuries. Both remain major doubts and face a race against time to be fit. And in a derby where defensive battles often decide the rhythm and momentum of the contest, their absence would be significant. Arsenal have not lost to Spurs in their last 6 official meetings, but missing 2 key defenders in a system reliant on stability and aggressive pressing could dramatically alter the landscape on Sunday. Former Arsenal defender Martin Keown believes Tottenham pose a far greater threat than many are acknowledging. Speaking to the Metro, Keown highlighted what he considers Spurs' biggest advantage heading into the derby, their away form. While Spurs have struggled at home, winning just 1 of their 5 matches, they have been a completely different team on the road, winning 4 of 5 away fixtures. Under Thomas Frank, their away performances have been measured, disciplined, and tactically mature. Keown said, "Spurs away form concerns me this weekend. Spurs at home and Spurs away. It's like 2 different entities. Their manager's very good at slowing things down, quietening the crowd, and the keeper puts his foot on the ball. They do it extremely well. The believes Frank's approach will be designed to frustrate the Emirates crowd, disrupt Arsenal's rhythm, and create anxiety inside the stadium." His advice for Arteta: press high, dominate early, set the tone before Spurs can suffocate the atmosphere. Because in this derby, emotions on and off the pitch often dictate much of the play. The Premier League has confirmed that Michael Oliver will referee Sunday's clash, a decision that has not gone unnoticed among Arsenal supporters. Oliver will be joined by Stuart Burt and James Mainwaring on the lines, with Michael Salisbury as 4th official. Stuart Atwell will lead VAR, supported by Konstantin Hatzidakis. But it's Oliver's past with Arsenal that stirs unease. 2 major incidents last season left a deep sense of frustration within the Arsenal fan base. The first came in September 2024, when Oliver controversially sent off Leandro Trossard for kicking the ball away just 1.07 seconds after the whistle. The decision, interpreted as delaying the restart, sparked fury among the Arsenal players and coaching staff. Despite Arsenal's unbeaten run, despite Tottenham's inconsistencies, despite the injuries, despite the narrative, nothing can be taken for granted. This fixture has never adhered to form. It has seen late goals, red cards, controversy, chaos and heroes emerging from unlikely places. Arsenal know that anything short of intensity will invite Spurs into the game. Tottenham know that a win at the Emirates could redefine their season. The Emirates knows it is in store for a derby that promises fire, tension, and drama from the very first whistle. Both sides have reasons to believe. Both sides have vulnerabilities, and both sides understand exactly what this match means.